Your mom.
Whoa. I don't think she can fit you in your schedule, but okay.
Anyways, welcome on in, everyone. It's time for some Ace Attorney.
Hello.
Had a bit of a longer gap than normal, but that's okay.
Saki, we've been over this. They're not ace, they're gay.
You're gay.
No,
We're
I'm
ace.
ace. See, you can't tell the difference. That's the problem. Speaking of Phoenix, Phoenix Wright. Last time on
Phoenix Wright.
And like they
Last time
almost
on-
verged of speaking in Phoenix. That was impressive.
Phoenix. I was trying to transition there, but I fucked it up.
You did, but it was really funny.
It was good though.
But anyway,
I
last
support
time
it.
on Ace Attorney,
Yeah.
we found the real killer, guys. We found the terrible person who has killed this kindly detective. And we found the real crime scene where he was murdered. That's right, we found Officer Meekins.
Oh God.
And now we have to prove that Meekins was the one that killed Bruce Goodman.
Yep.
That's pretty good for a wrap up, for like a
Recap.
recap, right?
Sure.
February 23rd, Evidence Room, Sector 3. Is that the fishing rod from the last case?
Maybe.
Maybe.
It's quiet. The investigation must be over here.
So, this is the evidence room? It really is kind of like a graveyard.
I thought that said gravy yards at first. I was like...
You know the yard full of gravy.
Normal things.
I was like, no, that's not how that word is. And I was like, no, I reread it. I was like, no, that's how that word is spelled. Fuck. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue.
Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me.
Forensic investigator is scared of dead bodies.
Whoa.
Get slapped, idiot.
Sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
Your first instinct when you see a ghost is to slap it.
Apparently.
Yes. Ghost can
I
catch
wouldn't
these hands.
Oh no. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So, is it true what I heard? Righto. Please, do I look like a selfish man?
The answer is still yes, by the way.
Do you really want me to answer that?
Bro built like a castle with a whole entire holy cross and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Bro built like a castle. You're not wrong.
Heck, if anyone asked me, "Sir, can I borrow $50?" I'd give them $50, no problem.
Mr. Gamp, please. $50.
How about $350? So, go ahead. Investigate that room to your heart's desire. Knock yourself out.
Okay, back.
Yeah, it's true. We got permission.
So the chief of police Gant is giving out $50?
You called it.
Will own anyone $50? Even me?
Even you, Gumshoe.
Oh,
Okay.
so that's what you were talking about.
Bro needs to eat.
Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today.
Just for today?
Boss for a day.
But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day.
I'm the boss? Gee, thanks.
First of all, you'll want to have this.
I am boss.
Consumes it into pocket. Evidence room floor plans added to the court record.
Scene of the stabbing of a detective at the PD.
Step.
So true. Anyways.
Detective, here's my attorney's badge.
You show me that every time we meet, pal. Real men show their police badge, enough said.
I wish I had a badge. Even an ID card would be nice.
Did you lose the visitor's ID? That's the only reason we can get in here.
Dang it, Emma!
We need to talk about Edgeworth, boyfriend.
Yeah.
Boyfriend does take priority.
Mm-hmm.
We've established this.
I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens.
So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right?
They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today.
It's Edgeworth.
I see.
I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case.
It's his job.
But we already talked about DL6.
Oh my goodness.
That case?
Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about DL6. Fuck. Now I have to reschedule my entire brain here.
That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth.
Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case.
Boss for a day.
So, Detective Gumshoe, you're boss for the day.
That's right. It's an honor.
They literally stuck him into a evidence room where nothing's happening. Just to get him out of the way.
I mean,
After all, the murder took place right here in the police department.
It's like they're asking him just to patrol go on patrol, but then they just put him in like the mop closet.
But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings?
well, Emma, look at the mirror, you'll find one of them.
Oh my goodness.
If you look to your right, well...
Eh? They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial.
Oh, poor Gumshoe. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again.
I'm adamant, though.
I'm titanium.
Heavy sigh.
I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal.
You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe?
Of course. I am a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open up, pal.
Is the password Open Sesame?
only you can open?
Evidence lockers.
Evidence.
This place is more high-tech than you might think, and yet it doesn't have any cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it.
I mean, why would they need cameras? They literally track who goes in and out of the room. Using their ID card?
Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost.
Indeed.
Well, I'm on my third card since entering the force already.
Honestly, for Gumshoe, 3 cards, probably not that bad. He's been a detective for like how long? Years?
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, because you're only 15, Emma.
Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand.
Thank you.
Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint?
Exactly, pal.
Go ahead.
Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coated with a fingerprint.
I mean, there is a way to lose a fingerprint, but let's not go there.
Amputation, let's go.
Exactly. Oh my god, the picture.
No?
Oh yeah, you guys don't know this one yet. Don't worry.
So the only locker we can open is our own.
Funny, they look like normal lockers.
These are the best. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see?
The handles?
On the other side of the handles is a sensor. And if the wrong person touches it,
Zap! You get a shock.
that's what happened. My hand would be black and smoking every day.
Gumshoe just literally going and trying all the lockers until he finds his locker.
No!
In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks.
Evidence locker added to the court record. Thank goodness. We have a place to keep all of our evidence now.
You're right. Only assigned detective's prints can unlock it. Indicator lamp lights up when it's open. Amazing. Let's go look at that stuff.
Yeah.
I just made a blue.
You're made of blue?
Dabba-dee-dabba-da.
Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner.
That looks like a car door?
There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame.
Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away?
Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing.
Is it... whatever.
He's been shot square in the forehead.
Better him than us.
I guess they're just talking about both because they want you selecting them individually.
Yeah.
Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here.
What a sorry looking fishing pole that is.
it is the fishing pole.
Ah, that's my personal pole. I never did get around to using it.
Wait, I've seen that somewhere before.
Right, Val, that's the metal detector. The one that led to the solving of that case out on Gourd Lake, remember?
Oh, right. I was randomly pointing it upon Carmen, it reacted. Oh, right. Wow, that feels like it was ages ago. And, I don't think I've seen this one before.
That's the bug. That's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it'll come in handy in solving some case sooner or later.
That cheap-looking box?
Honestly, I was confused at first because I forgot that like bugs are a way to refer to like wiretapping. It's like, how's that gonna help for insects?
Maybe it makes maybe it just plays like a really annoying sound to them.
Oh, you can't judge a person or a machine by their cover. You gotta look at their heart.
The heart. There's something sticking out of here.
Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case.
Evidence, you say? Humph. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here.
There you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was opened recently.
How do you know?
If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had to... How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence?
How dare you accuse me of being a slob? Proceeds to say that he's a slob.
I mean, have you seen him?
I know, but it's still funny.
He's still got that pencil behind his ear.
Aw. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too.
I bet he hasn't taken his shirt under that trench coat either.
If you're gonna talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal.
They just put him on blast like that. I can't believe
They
it.
do.
This place is stuffed with evidence. Stuffed with dreams.
I'm not so sure about the dreams.
It won't open.
Did you really think it would?
Hey, pal, our security is high-tech around here.
Slide to the right.
We can look up the door.
Okay, door.
That's the door we just came in through.
Looks like you don't need an ID card to get out.
I wonder what would happen if Officer Marshall cut the power while we were inside.
Let's hope he remembers we're in here.
What is a saw and paint doing here?
Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression.
like, is this where he was making the badger guy?
Probably.
I mean, it is very blue paint.
True art? I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here.
Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the blue badger?
Well, you might say this is my studio.
Here? In the evidence room? I really like that splash of red you did right there.
Interesting, we can't look at those paint buckets.
What's this? Blood!
It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here.
Looks like someone tried to wipe it off.
Mr. Wright. What if there are other bloodstains left in the room?
You should use their testing fluid to check it out.
You could have just said the no, Phoenix. Anything other than that.
We should use her testing fluid.
my
Her
God.
testing.
We gotta check for bloodstains on the carpet.
Oh, yeah. The carpet was fully here in the evidence room.
Well, yeah. That's where Annie was
That's tile.
Look, this one's open. And the red indicator light above the door is lit.
That locker is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint.
Detective Goodman's locker.
Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that?
I mean, we can't open it if
They
it's
can't get it
closed.
back
Yeah.
open.
Yeah.
It'd be really hard to get it back open.
Mhm.
Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if it were closed.
It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere.
They probably put it in a different evidence locker because now it's evidence.
I mean,
Well, boy, this is the easiest evidence transfer ever. Just takes all the evidence, puts it in another locker.
Yeah.
Someone left a glove here, but only one.
Detective Gumshoe, maybe?
There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective.
I mean, if the
You
shoe
recycled the
fits-
same dialogue 3 times already.
That's evidence from the case, you know?
You mean DL9? Sorry, I'll stop making DL6 jokes. Anyway, SL9? It does have a tag on it.
Looks like someone stole it from Vegeta. I almost said Zelda. That is completely wrong. Although she too was
Yeah.
gloves too, I guess.
Needs more embroidery. If it's Zelda's.
Yeah.
Also needs to be longer.
True. Maybe she's just rocking the short gloves, you know? Rubber glove added to the court record.
Extremely thin.
I mean-
rubber glove. Interesting note.
I could see, like, Adventure Zelda rocking shorter gloves.
Oh, absolutely. Echoes of Wisdom. They gave her a ponytail. That's how you know she's ready for adventure.
Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces.
Detective Gumshoe, perhaps?
There you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case.
The case?
Keep up, Emma.
The SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces there.
Another piece of SL9 evidence.
No, yeah, let's take a closer look.
I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke.
The bow.
You want to try to put it back together?
Ha! Good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs.
He would know. He tried.
Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up.
Then go hire an archaeologist. They really like puzzles.
That's why I always carry around a tube of glue.
Yeah, how come she would forget to try to use glue?
Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting in the rest. Let's try putting the rest in place.
Minigame? Minigame.
Minigame, bitch. How well can you match up edges? Also, don't forget you can rotate left and right.
Yeah.
I was about to ask, do you need to rotate the pieces?
Yep.
Yes, you need to rotate potatoes.
I think I see the piece that would fit into the crack that's on the bottom.
Yeah.
Rotate the potatoes.
That one, yeah.
Oh yeah, I see it. I think you were just on the piece that would fit there.
Yeah.
No, not that one. No, not that one. Quit rotating it.
No.
Rotate the base.
Yeah, that one.
I didn't highlight this one at all.
No, like the orientation that you saw it in. I think it would fit that way. One more. There you go.
Oh boy, is that blood?
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna fit that way, that's why I was rotating it.
No, that's ketchup.
Oh boy, ketchup!
No, I didn't mean to do that.
It's okay, Sakyu. You still have Check's watch 3 hours to finish this to beat Gumshoe's personal best.
Maybe
Oh.
it's this one. Well, no.
No, I think if you rotate it one more, I think you got it.
Oh, yeah, I see it now.
Ayy.
Yay!
Oh, that one.
Ah, perfect.
Yep. It's like, hello.
Wow, it's the perfect hole. It was made for.
This is
My hole was made for me.
Did I post did I post the Junji Ito and it goes in the square hole crossover meme?
I think you did. I think I remember seeing that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's that one. Wow, which one has a hole in it?
Mm.
Oh, 2 of them. Which one has the more correct hole in it?
Yeah. I mean, that's what this puzzle's been from the get-go.
Come on, Saki, you got this. 2 more pieces.
These are so stupidly shaped. Man, I wonder. Is it like... Yeah, it has to be.
We did it!
Huh? Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing.
Yeah, I got that far too in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it.
I'm gonna flick his forehead.
Is it because he has a
Where-
small forehead?
No, it's because he's being a brat.
Were some pieces stolen?
I bet they were missing to begin with.
Still, it doesn't look like the most stabbable kind of jar.
Oh yes, I love it when my jars are stabble.
I was gonna say.
Honestly, it looks like it's kind of upside down.
It might be. I love stabble jars.
And now I'm just gonna see what comes up when I search stabbable jar.
It's gonna be like some jar plush with like plush knives in it or something like that.
That's so specific.
I kind of understand how it got broken.
Unstable jar added to the court record because why not?
Jar pieced back together from fragments found at a crime scene. A piece is missing. At least a piece.
First thing that popped up was a cubic jar,
Amazing.
which certainly has more corners than a round jar.
So true.
Alright, let's... What if we pulled a knife on Gumshoe here?
Which one? His
Not
boyfriend's
Edward's
knife?
knife. Not the boyfriend knife, that's ours.
Yeah, this is true.
Your life with a switchblade knife.
Detective Goodman's note. And that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone.
Because of the
Because of the
SL9
SL
connection?
Sorry.
Yes, I'm glad we are on the same page. Because of the SL9 connection?
That was Mr. Edgeworth's first... That was Mr. Edgeworth's first... Fuck.
That was his first fur. He got into forestry.
1982. Storm of Tales.
That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know? 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared.
But why would evidence from that case turn up now?
You already know the answer to that, Phoenix, my boy.
A knife!
I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there's some loose ends left on that case.
Tell us about it.
No, that was a bloody violent case.
Violent? So it was a murder?
That seems to be the top crime in your area, Phoenix.
It's the only crime that exists!
A serial killing.
Multiple murders. A serial killing. Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all.
But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that denial.
And this was 2 years ago?
That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight. And started the rumor mill.
I like that he ignored Emma's question.
Okay, but the rumor mill started because objectively he's kind of an asshole and does a lot of fucked up shit to win.
Yeah. And we saw who erased him.
Von Karma's like, I erased that boy while gripping his shoulder. Rumors about forged evidence?
It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transfer the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, he died.
Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see?
So, that switchblade knife.
The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself?
Dun dun dun.
Stab! Let's see what else.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah, they want us to test luminol. Present it. Cause they'll put you into the menu for luminol testing. Oh, sorry, I was checked. My bad.
Allow me to say one thing, speaking as a detective. If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Nothing!
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
You bet it's fine, pal.
Why are you so proud about that? You just admitted that you're useless. How the fuck? Oh, go examine the bloodstain again. Her name's on the bottom of it.
Yeah. So
Oh my
it is.
gosh.
She's such a kid. What the fuck?
She's just baby.
I've all the times I've played this case, I've never investigated the spray bottle. Someone used a marker to write their name on this. Emma Sky. Don't tell me you bring this with you everywhere you go.
Well, you never know where something might go down.
Just what kind of a world do you think we live in?
I mean, she could have also
I mean,
put her phone number on it, so that way, if it gets lost, someone could call her to return it.
Excuse
The
me,
fact that she is a-
ma'am, I found your spray bottle?
Oh, right. Well, she is interested in forensics primarily,
Yeah.
which would involve looking for bloodstains, I guess. So it does track at least.
Yeah, but she's just like, I have this on hand at all times. In case something goes down, I am ready to jump in there.
Mm-hmm. Is it literally just the blood stain? Nothing to actually uncover.
Oh,
Oh, hello.
I love that you're just like, nothing actually to uncover as you find something.
Yeah.
Why am I getting a reaction here?
You know why. You know how luminol works, Emma.
There's no reason for the murderer to touch the spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant.
Hey. That's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal.
What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid.
Where'd you get your hands on that?
Huh?
I'd like to get some too.
You would think the detective would know where to get things like that.
I
I
don't
didn't say he
think,
was good at his job.
I don't think these guys are trained, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll just borrow $50 from the chief.
Where do you get this, Emma?
always buy it by mail order.
Well, I better jot this down on the floor plans.
Oh, right. Because this wasn't made with fucking internet shopping in mind.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like early 2000s or something like that.
Back when Amazon still just sold books.
Can I go back to selling just books?
No,
Damn.
because independent bookstores were suffering because of Amazon.
I knew it! This is someone's right handprint.
What?
Gumshoe is so dumb.
Yes. What's the matter, detective?
This locker. It's mine.
It's yours?
Please. You have to help me when they come to take me away.
I mean, we are a defense attorney, so...
Promise
that
you'll testify.
Promise you'll.
Oh.
Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals?
This is an important clue. I'll jot this down on the floor plan.
I feel like he would try to harm a fly, but he would fail miserably.
Yeah.
I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police.
That is so funny coming from him. Like, it's correct, however.
Thank you,
Gumshoe?
Comrade Gumshoe.
I love that Gumshoe is also just a cab,
Yep.
while also being the police.
Are you the dumb Brennan Lee Mulligan after joining the police?
What? But you're a detective.
Yeah, but ACAB, Emma.
Emma, you've seen how we do things.
Do you think we're competent?
So true. Thought for sure we'd be able to examine that again.
We have to get everything done in a 3-day period. Nothing works.
Maybe we should keep spraying around for blood.
I guess.
I think forensics is a kind of soup.
I mean, it isn't?
No, we have to Hello. Maybe there isn't anything else to spray.
I forget, did you take
Aw.
a closer look at the glove?
No.
This is a very clean glove.
Yeah.
The tag says SL911. I guess it's another piece of evidence from that case.
You know, I never did care for the word tag. It's confusing.
Huh? What's so confusing about that?
Do you know how many other words sound like it? Bag, gag, nag, lag, sag.
Zach? Is that a word?
Do you challenge me?
Yes.
I think I'd win at Scrabble. What? Are we playing a word game now?
Okay.
Might as well.
Emma, Sweet Pea, I think you might have audio processing issues.
Might.
Probably.
I didn't mean to do that. Shut up. No, shut up.
Hey, look! They're hard to make out, but there are some dark red stains here.
Looks like blood?
Do you think Detective Goodman's blood somehow got on this when he was stabbed?
Not likely. This blood looks like it's been here for months. Maybe longer.
It's pretty red for that, but I digress.
Maybe longer! This jar was evidence in the SL9 incident. That might be when the blood got on it.
We can look at its hole.
I need to leave.
What's wrong, Peachy?
Huh? This thing doesn't have a bottom.
That's weird.
I wonder which side is up.
Better yet. What's the purpose of a bottomless jar?
For the bottomless mimosas.
Decoration?
Huh. At least it doesn't collect dust inside, right?
That's not how dust
You
works.
guys are calling it a jar, too.
Yeah,
Like, this might not even be a jar. Probably isn't a jar.
probably
I
not.
thought it was more of a vase.
Could be a fucking lamp for all we know.
It could be whatever you want it to be.
Kind of makes me think of, I think it was called, like, the puff jar or some shit. From fucking, Minish Cap.
Oh, yeah, the jars
Oh.
that you would flip and you can go tiny. I can see that.
I wasn't thinking of that, but that also works.
You can't open the lockers if your fingerprint doesn't match. If you can't open it, then they'll give you 50 cents.
What?
Note, the police department lacks faith in its lock system.
As it should.
After all, Detective Goodman was stabbed here after opening his locker. But at the same time, he was found dead over at the prosecutor's office.
I almost called it the fucking prospector's office.
Don't worry, we'll get back to the prospector's office.
Do we have to?
We don't have to, we get to.
Oh.
If you put these pieces together, it makes a jar.
There are two things that bother me.
Only
One.
two?
Why are some... 1. Why are some of the pieces missing? 2. Doesn't it seem a little unstable?
That's why it's the unstable jar in our list. Come on.
No wonder it broke.
I'll make sure to remember that next time I make a jar.
Phoenix, please.
Okay, buddy.
I think it broke because it was smashed against someone's face.
Yeah, something like that. No, I didn't want to look at the... Go away. Oh, nope, it's just doing this thing.
Ceramic breaks a lot more easily than glass does. Well, at least for, like, pottery. For, like, the really fancy, thin stuff.
Do you mean like crystal?
No. I've just seen really thin-walled, clay pots.
Ah, okay.
And usually they're purely for decoration. Because if it's too thin, then you can't store anything in it. Because it'll fucking break. But some interesting things you can do with really thin pots is sometimes you will be able to see light through them. So if you put lights in it, then you get funky effects. You can also do that with glass pots.
Thanks. I don't know, man.
Does that mean we're done in here for now?
Well, I imagine...
Can we spray him in the face?
No, because we don't have the option to spray. See?
How unfortunate.
I imagine there's some way to prompt him to open his locker, but I don't know what.
Usually they would prompt us to go somewhere else,
Mm-hmm.
so it's weird that they haven't. So there's probably something we can still do around here.
Yeah.
The big question is why we need to get into Gumshoe's locker.
I don't know.
Because they're coming for him, pal.
It's okay, just go on the lam.
Where am I gonna find a sheep that can carry me, though?
Let's see. Show him the ID card list, because then we can at least get his ID card number.
I like that we just can have this zoomed up look.
So remember, I have the ID card list of everybody that went into this room the day of the murder.
Oh, yeah, that. This.
Yeah, show it to Gumshoe so we can at least get his ID number, so we can at least prove that he didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of people who came in here on the day of the stabbing.
Yeah, I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who came... Whoa!
What is it?
The second number.
It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe?
Mr. Edgeworth.
Why does he get one?
Why not?
So you've memorized your boyfriend's ID number, eh?
I mean, boyfriend.
Yeah.
What?
Gumshoe has a surprisingly powerful memory.
Yeah.
He's a detective, don't you know? He didn't get that way because he's smart.
The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
We.
ID card record updated in the court record.
My favorite.
Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room?
For evidence.
For the same reason why you come to the evidence room.
Alright, let's see, what else can we show him? Oh yeah, let's see if he knows anything about a lost item report.
Nope.
Never mind, he doesn't know shit. Fuck. I thought he had a brain cell for a minute.
What if we show him Goodman's idea?
Oh wait, what if we showed him the Blue Badger? Because he made it.
That's the
Oh, that too.
Detective. That's the victim, Detective Goodman's ID card. These days, everything's cards and secret numbers. I can never relax.
That's only because you always lose your card.
I always forget my secret number too. Scary, huh?
Oh, Gumshoe.
My face should be ID enough. What's the world coming to?
Oh, Gumshoe.
Detective Gumshoe. Rebel against the system.
Lupin would bully the shit out of you, and he would have a very fun time doing it.
We all would.
This is my crowning achievement. My masterpiece. My piece de resistance, you might say. But art's always misunderstood, pal.
You're so right, but not in ways that you think you are, Gumshoe.
Art?
I mean, technically, yeah, it's art.
It was dancing proudly on the day of the awards ceremony.
It's art in the same way that you put your child's photo on the fridge.
There were a lot of people coming and going after the ceremony. So they took the Blue Badger away for a while.
Oh no, they detained the badger.
Oh dear.
Really? Why?
They said it was shameful or something like that.
Damn.
Oh.
Shameful! I toiled night and day.
I sympathize with Detective Gumshoe, but I can see why they moved it. Poor Gumshoe.
They hid
Yeah.
the heart of the... They hid the heart of the detective agency. They hid it from everyone. You can't open the lockers if your fingerprint doesn't match. If you can open it, they'll give you 50 cents.
I was checking some dialogue.
Hump. Let's see.
Because pilk
Trying
is
to think.
delicious, that's why.
What's that photo by the cell phone? Okay, never mind. Go to second page. Yeah, I don't think we... I mean, did we show him the glove? I think he said something about SL9 when we showed him that, though. Oh no, that's when we investigated it. Yeah, okay. What about the jaw? Nope, doesn't know shit. Alright, let's go talk to Edgeworth then. Because we need to figure out what the fuck he was doing.
Is the boyfriend gonna be
Should
there?
Should be like...
Can we show the ID report to Jake here?
Daddy told me. Shut
Just to get his ID
up.
number?
I'm pretty sure we already did, but we can anyway.
Yeah.
Sheriff's back in the Wild West didn't place much faith in evidence.
Because they were dumb.
About the only thing they trusted was their shooting hand.
This is neither wild nor west here.
But it's entirely west, because we're in California.
Aha!
almost fucking did that in Gumshoe's voice. But that and this are two different things entirely.
I guess so? Huh? I'm lost.
Stop trying to follow him, you're going to get lost.
Looks like we need some evidence to get anywhere with this guy. Alright,
And then
go
you
talk
just
to
hear
my
me,
boyfriend.
pal. I don't believe none of that evidence.
No, he said the sheriffs of the Wild West didn't place much faith in evidence. He's not a sheriff.
Doesn't he have a sheriff's badge or some shit, though?
He might be. Fucking Edgeworth.
Like, I think it's a fake sheriff's badge, but like...
Alright, back to the evidence room. We're not done there yet.
Oh boy.
Now I have to remember. Remember
Remember the 5th of November?
I don't remember November. Let's look around again. Slide to the right.
Slide to the right.
Do we check in? I mean, I know the locker's empty, but is there anything else we can check near the locker?
Oh, shut up.
Too hot this time.
I'm pretty sure there's like a major blood stain around 4 that we're just missing entirely. Because we gotta remember, somebody was stabbed here. We found a sort of suspicious lack of something here.
Yeah.
How the fuck do we use luminol?
There was a spray option, but it's gone.
Oh, then we must have all the spray options then.
Yeah, that's
My
why.
bad.
It's like, I don't know.
Can I see our evidence again?
Maybe.
You know what? Fuck it. Show him the boyfriend knife.
Okay.
Alright, Gumshoe. Give us information.
Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I didn't mean, of course, sure. Somebody else really did it, pal. Someone who must have had a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth.
You know how little that narrows it down?
Yeah.
He pisses everyone off because he's such a little bitch.
I mean, I guess we could show him the kingdom. Yay! Okay, new dialogue.
Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors award that Mr. Edgeworth got the other day.
Were you at the awards ceremony, Detective Gumshoe?
Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Plus, I had to be there for hubby.
Ah! Congratulations! He didn't invite me.
I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken?
Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later.
Apparently, he's forgotten.
On brand.
Shocker. I guess we could do this the simple of just show everything. Yeah, we got the same dialogue.
Yeah,
we got
I
the
forgot
knife,
it.
So. It makes sense that he doesn't know anything about Lana's phone, but okay.
Yeah.
That's the photo that Ms. Starr took.
Anything you can tell us about it?
That Ms. Starr's quite the lady. Why, I remember it was winter. I was 16. She was the only one who ever got me to talk about what happened.
16? That's how old I am now. I wonder what happened.
Emma casually
You're
rounding
almost
up
16,
her age.
Emma. You're almost 16, Emma. We established this. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe wore a trench coat in high school, too.
Probably.
He would.
It was a lot cleaner. It touched the ground.
We already had him look at that, right? Yeah.
Oh, can we talk to him again? Is there any new dialogue?
Nope.
Damn. This is gonna be like, that's Edgeworth's number, and that's it.
I could try presenting it again and see if anything changes, but maybe.
Maybe. Oh yeah, that looks similar.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we should check the list now in our court record. So that way Emma and Phoenix can weigh their 2 cents on this.
Make sure you are clicking, there's nothing happening.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Did we show him this? I don't remember.
We did.
Okay. Then, yeah, we showed him everything then.
Maybe we need to talk to someone else then.
But who?
Well, we have Star and Jake. We also have Meekins. I think we should talk to Meekins if we can. Because we need him to tell us more about what happened.
Yeah.
Right, and Co.
Yeah.
Usually that's the best way to get to the detention center, no matter where you're at.
Yeah, I was just making sure that I wasn't accidentally overlooking it in the list.
Alright. Let's see. Let's present and show him, like... Yeah, let's get his ID card. Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this?
I'm sorry, sir. Really sorry. I have no idea what that is. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
He's passing the buck, Mr. Wright.
It takes a special kind of man to pass the buck to Edgeworth.
I am suddenly remembering this dialogue.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can you take a look at this? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, okay, that's just his default.
1 second. I'm definitely not cheating right now.
You're fine.
Let's see. What would be the thing? Walkthrough. There we go. That's what I was thinking. Because we could probably do this all the way. We're on day 2 investigation, right?
Yep.
Alright.
Only a mild amount of panic.
Day of the crime, blah, blah, blah. Criminal Affairs Department, blah, blah, blah. Guard station. Alright, we're up to the evidence room, right?
Yep.
Presented ID card record. We investigated all the items. gray area behind the yellow tape. So there is a blood stain there. I was right.
But it won't let
It's just-
me do the thing.
Yeah, I know. That's the weird part. But that's like the only thing on this list that we haven't done. It said open court record and press Y. I'm pretty sure that's not compatible for, Wait, were you trying to present it? Were you not in the court record?
I was in the court record. Or,
Anyway, let's just go back and see.
We'll figure it out.
Police department.
Yeah. Memory Gopher. Too many
Guard
things.
station.
Too many things.
It's okay. They eventually fix it. However, they eventually fix it in like one of the latest titles of the game.
Okay, I guess I was trying to present it, and that's why.
Okay, because I was gonna say, like, I'm pretty sure there's a blood stain behind the yellow tape there.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective?
Pale blue blood.
Such a dumbass.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien?
Thank you, Detective Dumbass.
This proves that something really happened in front of this locker.
I'll make a note of it on the floor plans.
Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked.
Fair.
Hey, pal, look at the time.
What, you got a date with Edgeworth?
No, we do. Was there something you needed to be going to?
It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm going to give them my report for the day.
Restaurant, indeed. That's,
Uh-huh.
that's quite the advertisement.
Uh-huh.
He's totally asking him out on a date.
It might help, you know?
Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer?
The one that says nothing but no problems?
Oh my god.
Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about here. I'm sure he can use a report like this.
X'd it out.
I believe in him.
Who needs enemies when you got friends like Detective Gumshoe?
I'm off, pal. Later.
And this is why he's still in the poly queue, because he's not a threat.
Yeah.
I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too.
Hey, Gumshoe, let's go together. No? Okay.
We can all eat at restaurant!
So true. There's way too many things.
So the funny thing is that evidence room is just like nothing but Easter eggs to future Ace Attorney cases.
Oh.
So keep them in mind as we go further into the series.
Noted.
Wow, okay.
February 23rd, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202.
Hello. Ah, guest, my apologies.
Oh! It's you!
Have we met somewhere?
Huh?
Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long.
Is Edgeworth here?
There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand.
Right.
No, he's standing on the left. He has the hotel bring him tea service?
Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm sorry. Phoenix's incredulity just gets me. He's just like, what? Huh? Oy.
Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry?
I am. Obviously.
By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you.
Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems.
Really? Was it helpful?
Apparently a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me, somehow.
The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him.
I can hear you, you know.
It's okay, it's distracted by French cuisine.
Tomorrow's trial or inquiry committee.
Well, obviously we gotta ask him how his day went.
True.
Before we start talking about the future plans.
You're right,
We haven't
you're
even talked
right.
about our wedding plans yet. So, how did the inquiry committee go?
Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Honestly, that's more accurate, so...
That is more accurate.
Concealing evidence?
Yes. Apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again.
Again?
I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Tomorrow's trial.
Are you okay for the trial tomorrow?
Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However,
Something happened?
they gave control of the investigation over to the police department.
The police department?
Yes.
ACAB, Emma!
Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police, Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results.
I see.
Why? I ask you why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still.
Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. And I consoled him when he thought he killed his dad.
So, buddy.
Oh right, I better check this now.
As I was saying, what's this? A record of ID card usage?
Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less.
Yes, that's true.
Why, Mr. Edgeworth?
Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. By Chief Gant, no less.
The chief of police?
Squinting at him. He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me that he wanted to keep it here at the prosecutor's office.
But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed.
He just didn't feel like getting a new flathead screwdriver. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here.
Can I ask what kind of case it was?
I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case.
Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it. Boyfriend concealing past actions from me. Unrelated evidence. Screwdriver added to the court record.
Evidence from a past case of Edgeworth's brought back to his office by Gant's request. Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case.
Boyfriend gets defensive when I write notes in front of him. Stares directly into Edward.
What if we just present it to him? Right, please. I'm the prosecutor on this case. Don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea.
I'll pass on the tea. Just tell me about the case.
Mr. Wright, Mr. Edgeworth just told you no in a very polite manner.
Whose side are you on anyway? Maybe if I just show him my best evidence, I can get some reaction out of him.
Fair enough.
There is one more thing that we can show him.
Yeah, that's fair. But, bloop.
The tag says AI 16.
What's that got to do with anything?
Nothing, apparently.
Oh.
At least that's what Edgeworth said.
That makes it seem all the more suspicious. Who knows? This might turn out to be the clue that breaks the case.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Oh, I can just...
You
I can just drag it with the mouse. Anyways.
You don't have to use the fucking rotate?
I don't have to use the stupid HM and BM bullshit.
Yeah, wait. HNBF? What the
Yeah, I
fuck
know,
were they
right?
expecting you to do with your fingers? That is such a weird...
I can use the scroll wheel to zoom in and out. These controls are stupid.
Were they trying to, like, remake WASD? But then they have zoom in as, like, E and then zoom out as J. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and then, like, the
No.
arrow keys move it like that. So, like, I don't know. They could... It's dumb. What if we show him
It's
his
very
knife?
dumb. I think we've already shown him his knife.
Yeah, we have.
This is your knife.
What if we show him the luminol?
No. I mean, there's something that we have that's connected to our victim and also to the case that he keeps thinking about.
The glove?
No, I mean, it's connected to the case, but that's not connected to the person. There was something more connected to Bruce Goodman than
His
the rubber
shoe.
glove. I mean, technically, but he had a note on his person.
The thing that... This thingamajig.
Yeah.
Nope. I know you. You've probably got a hold of some information already, right?
It all has to do with that case you were on. The SL9 incident. And some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in.
You're the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later.
Oh, pillow talk?
Blech.
He must be talking about his father's murder in the elevator. No shit, Sherlock. Okay, Edgeworth. Why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Do you like me?
Allegations of forgery. And the SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. And the head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gant.
That wacky old coup was involved in the case 2 years ago too, then.
He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous.
Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth?
What I want to know is why a deputy chief of police... Why was a deputy chief of police on the investigation?
Because serial killing? Like, that makes sense to me, frankly.
Yeah.
In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed.
Wait, you didn't...
Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code and I follow it faithfully. And by the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something.
My sister? What?
If you were still studying forensic science.
Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today Mr. Wright and I were using this.
It's got alcohol, Edgeworth! Starts chugging.
Oh my god.
Luminol testing fluid. Well then, you might have use for this.
A swab. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints.
Relix got the luminol.
Perfect timing, very buddy. Let's go.
Oh my gosh, yes!
Internally, glows internally under a blanket.
It's been chemically treated for better adhesion.
For me? Are you sure? We are the quote-unquote enemy, you know.
I have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will.
Edgeworth, I'm really
No need to thank.
gay.
No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved.
Thanks! How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well?
The Gumshoe has other stuff he could be doing.
True.
So true.
Like, perfecting the blue badger dance.
Phoenix? Giving these to Detective Gumshoe would be a very bad idea.
Yeah, he would lose them.
He'd be
What are
like,
you doing?
oh, I know what this is! It's one of those candy dipsticks!
No! He would.
Homp.
Homp.
Forbidden homp.
Fingerprint set and fingerprint file received.
We.
Wee!
Well, let's get going. One last investigation.
Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere.
I remember seeing a couple. Okay, bye, boyfriend.
That means there were
Kisses.
two. Aw, kiss the boyfriend.
Oh. This lady's gone.
Well, yeah, we don't need to talk to her anymore.
You know, but still, she's not there.
She went back to Lunch Lady Land.
Oh, he's also gone.
Where all the lunch ladies live.
So true.
Same day, evidence room. We're back fucking here in the building again. You guys know where
Back
we're
in
at.
the building again.
Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint.
Here, in this blood on the detective's evidence locker. I can talk.
Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed.
You were literally just blatantly given it, Phoenix. Calm down.
Borrowed. Don't you know? Gift, borrow, or stealing. It's all just under the blanket term of borrowed.
The way it zoomed in.
Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger.
I got one. Holds up the middle finger. Finger?
Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print.
I really can't tell the difference at a glance.
Dumbass.
Quit procrastinating and choose a finger.
Which one is the least blurry finger?
I'm assuming the thumb.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done.
Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes.
That's the thing she's autistic about, like, duh.
So, I have only played this I've only played this game on my DS, so I'll tell you a funny little feature in a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around.
Huh? How do you do that?
With enter. See?
Emma, you just sneezed. It looks like that did the trick.
The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess.
Huh? How do I do that?
With E. Exciting, I know. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See?
Wow, that looks like fun. It might take some getting used to, though.
It's fine. It won't go up your nose or anything.
Unless.
Just don't breathe in, idiot.
You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright.
I guess I'd better give it a try. Hump, hump. So, funny thing, I played this on the DS, right? So you would tap the touchscreen to put the powder down, and then you'd blow into the microphone.
Yes.
I had a feeling.
Oh my gosh.
Did I put it on too much?
I think you need to spread it out a bit more. And no, you can't put it on too much. Just go absolutely ape shit. Cover the entire screen if you want to.
Okay.
Might as well. It's foolproof.
Yeah, there's no way we can miss. It's just like when you throw a grenade into a small room. You can't miss.
Can't get
Just varying degrees of effectiveness.
Can't miss when you don't have a specific target.
So true.
Hey.
Oops. I accidentally clicked out of the window.
What do you see? Saki.
Yeah.
the desk.
Oh. Oops. That's funny. There you go.
It's a potato.
Yeah. I was almost like, it's like a loaf of bread covered in flour.
Yeah.
Because the dust kind of looks like flour.
Aha! You did it! You found one!
A Mentos.
But this looks nothing like a fingerprint.
It's a thumbprint, God.
Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't.
What does it mean?
Potato.
I think it means we're out of luck.
Out of luck?
The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves.
Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here!
With all that dust.
Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints?
Other prints?
Looking at the locker door again closely, it seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well.
Can you see them?
Let's see if we can find a clear print.
Fingerprints outside of the blood.
I wonder.
Yay! Go, 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 go.
Oh my god.
Go. Make it hail. Time to put more powder on this table than at a frat party.
Yay! A print so clear it's dazzling!
Dazzling.
Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away.
So we're not done yet? This is quite a process.
Stares directly at Phoenix. Can you tell me whose fingerprint that is just by looking at it?
Maybe.
Can you?
I can.
Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right?
I guess she's right.
No, you're right.
You're right. I'm
Didn't
right.
Edgeworth give, like, yeah.
Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth. And point out the person you think left these prints.
Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was?
You got eyes that work.
I could make a pretty good guess.
Me too, Emma.
The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So, whose fingerprints would we most likely find on this evidence locker?
Where is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Gumshoe.
Isn't it a cool little gameplay mechanic? Are you ready to never use it ever again?
Man.
Aha! So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look.
guess that's probably because I was thinking, so what?
Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time.
Also, more handprints in here.
Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright.
Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, French cuisine. Oh, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out.
It's weird the games are gonna forget about that, not gonna lie.
Nah, Phoenix has got a mind like a steel trap that has 3 holes in it. This is where we got a luminal fluid reaction, right?
Right, there was a handprint here. Okay, wanna try using this?
Go our eyes sparkling again.
Leave it be. No, let's check.
Go for it.
Okay, let's check for prints.
That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first.
What?
The area with the blood was wiped away, right?
We only ended up finding it using chemical means.
Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too.
Oh, right. So that means no prints.
Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high?
What a nerd.
Don't ask me. I don't even understand half of the words you just said there.
Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away.
Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. Think how that hand is positioned. There you go. This is a cool gameplay mechanic.
Yeah.
We'll never do this again.
Shameful.
I think we got other gameplay mechanics and other investigation stuff, but it's not till like later in the series.
Mm-hmm.
This
Like, in
aluminum
the
power
first-
sticks to vertical surfaces extremely well.
I know, isn't that great? Like we just magnetize the door, throw the entire bottle at it. All right, let's see. Gotta start mashing up some fingers here. Damn, it's not Meekins.
Oh. I think it's this one.
Yeah.
Let's see what the game says. Hey, match found, baby. Hey, these fingerprints.
Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know?
Yes.
Probably. It's Officer Marshall.
Huh? Officer Jake Marshall?
I'm not gonna lie, I misread that as Officer Jerk Marshall for a second.
Officer Jerky Marshall. Marshall's fingerprints added to the court record. Slaps.
That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime.
Keep huffing that copium, Emma.
This is Emma's
Emma.
experience learning that ACAB.
Emma. ACAB. is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. Luminal reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place.
Oh. Oh!
So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a white blood stain.
But why would Officer Marshall...
It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results.
Oh.
I guess this is what you would call decisive evidence.
Know what the fuck it ain't.
Decisive. I have spoken.
You have proved that Marshall fucking comes in here sometimes.
And also...
I don't believe it.
To be continued.
Gas.
Will be
Gasp.
continued soon. Honestly, we made good time with that.
Yeah.
We weren't as lost as last week, but that's also because I pulled up the walkthrough.
Yeah.
Real.
February 24th, 9:41 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2.
Damn, if only we were back at this 8 minutes ago.
So, what do you think, Mr. Wright?
I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. Which is saying something. After all, the victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. Oh.
Wild that. A return. The victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. And a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes.
Lana!
Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed.
How did it hold you too long for questioning?
We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though.
The fuck?
So, how'd it go?
It's as Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless.
Well, we knew that already.
I was gonna say, what else is new? I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain.
A plea bargain? What do you mean by that?
We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma.
But, Lana, don't tell me you...
Much to my regret. I am as much in the dark about this as they are.
Miss Sky. We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall.
What kind of trace evidence?
Blood-stained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you?
In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall?
We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Sky?
Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright.
February 24th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 9.
Court is now in session for the trial of Ms. Lana Skye.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is.
I'm afraid you'll have to clarify.
It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time.
But that's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared.
Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car.
Wow, this is one messed up trial.
One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today I'll present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself.
Now that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. You sound so on top of things.
I could be on top of things.
Oh, he sounds so on top of things. Even though he doesn't know what's going on himself.
And that's supposed to be an admirable trait?
He believes in fake it till you make it.
Very well. Let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your worst fitness. Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand.
His worst fitness is probably his calves. Let's be real.
Oh my goodness.
Dude has weak knees.
For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department.
The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer?
You really shouldn't be talking like that, Judge.
Oh boy. Things are getting wild from the get-go.
Ah, look at him. Not a thought in his head.
Will the witness
I'm sorry. Did you guys say you wanted more Meekins? Because you guys got more Meekins.
Will the witness please state his name and occupation?
Yes, sir? I am Officer Mike Meekins, sir. My occupation is, that would be murderer, sir.
Oh, Meekins.
So you're a professional.
I see you're
Paid for this?
You're getting paid for murder? That's called assassins, bro.
Yeah.
So you're telling us you're a professional killer?
Sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it. I'll never kill anyone again, sir. You've gotta believe me, sir.
Actually, we would...
Sir, I'm what you would call part of the younger generation, sir. A person whose actions adults can't A person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend.
Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me, sir.
Officer Meekins.
Yes, sir.
give us your report of the crime. Consider that in order.
Yes, sir, as you wish. After all, I'm a part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir.
Oh, Meekins.
You can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm.
Can we at least turn down the megaphone?
Please take it away from him.
I love the name of the testimony. Crime report, sir.
Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life, and then I did it! After that, I passed out, until another officer smacked me awake.
Poor Meekins.
Yeah.
So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you?
Do unto others before they do unto you! That's the Meekins family motto, sir.
That's a bad family motto.
True.
I see. Then you fainted and a colleague helped you regain consciousness.
Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head, sir.
I would say he would have knocked some screws loose, but let's be real, he probably tightened some.
Yeah.
So true.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
What I need here is more information to work with.
That means press everything.
Oh, man.
Keyword, press everything. Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not?
Yes, sir. I am in charge of hiring new recruits, sir. No.
One day you can be like me! Anxiety! Yikes. No, there's a scary thought.
Evidence transferal was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed.
I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir.
The Blue Badger?
Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot created by the Chief of Detectives, sir. I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transferal process.
Dun, 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 dun,
That was my sole mission for the day, sir.
I could feel the pain from Peachy as soon as that thing showed up.
I see. Sounds like a very, important mission.
After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room.
Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room.
Tell us, what did you see when you got there?
I suspicion?
In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card. Am I correct?
Precisely, sir. I have one right here around my neck. Yeah.
So then your ID number should be listed on here, right?
There it is! I found it! This is the one right here!
Could you please read us the number?
Yes, sir! It's 4989596! That's my number, sir!
I see. Huh. But the number 4989596 is shown as being used twice.
Please explain, witness.
It's no real mystery, sir! The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. And the second time is when I went to go get him after everything settled down.
I see. So it was during that second time when...
Yes, sir! That was when I spotted the man on the security screen.
It's the man on the monitor, the man on the monitor.
Sorry, I was about to make a behind closed doors joke.
Ah,
Oh, do it.
make the joke bear.
Oh,
Do it.
it was mostly just a lead up on...
It happened behind closed doors. It's just like that. That's all. As a lead from the behind. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Because Relix was making the same kind of reference.
Gotcha.
Data adds the ID card record.
Thank you. Nice and clear.
My soul left my body!
So you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you?
Oh, knife, sir! A knife!
Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you. What happened then?
Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was.
You aren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into.
That's what I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him. That's how I got this gash on my hand.
Maybe if you just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be...
When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar.
What exactly do you mean when you say you did it?
I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into Kung Fu films, sir. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him.
You took his knife?
I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man.
I see. He must have been desperate.
The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood, and then the next thing I knew...
Yes?
He punched me right in my face, sir.
Pretty sure he would have done that anyway.
Yeah.
About what time did you regain consciousness?
No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious.
He's finally bringing up a decent point, actually. Oh, right.
According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30.
He hit me right in the head, too. I woke up crying, tears of pain.
That's nice. I mean, it's nice that you recovered, that is.
When I came around, though, I made sure. Okay, my brain had a second where it couldn't process what I was looking at. When I came around through the... When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir.
Your mission?
Yes, sir. The Blue Badger, sir. I returned him to the entrance before things got out of hand. Things weren't already out of hand.
Right.
Well, we can all rest easy now.
And I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened.
Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim?
He's got a point.
Yes, Officer Meekins?
With regard to that, sir. Take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. Chief Gant delivered it to me just this morning, sir.
The chief?
Delivered it?
What is that? A videotape?
Yes, sir. That's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. It contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room.
So they do have one. What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape, and was told it had been mistakenly erased.
That's quite a mistake.
I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at.
Well, at least he knows. Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever.
Hey, Cab.
ACAB.
Let's have a look.
Sorry, could you retake that, Bear?
Well then, let's have a look.
Thank you.
Show us the video of the... Show us the video of you murdering the victim.
Oh, please stop using that word. Murder, sir. It scares me.
Video of a real murder. Just, what are we getting ourselves into? Snuff films?
He was still moving in... Okay.
The batteries didn't run out.
This is a bad place for a security camera in this room.
True, it's like
It is.
right on everybody's ass.
Also, why would it not be fixed? Ugh. Okay. It just being directly in front of his face. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, we can't just give it away now.
I love how it's just like always perfectly blocks Goodman's face.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Was that a hiccup or a sound for the ellipsis?
What was that?
Was that the sound you made for the ellipsis or a hiccup?
That was the sound I made for the ellipsis.
Okay, Loki was giving hiccup.
Why would he need to sigh? He's just like, I did it! I did the one thing I'm good at. I'm so proud of myself.
Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us?
What the hell was that wiggling piece of plywood?
Sir, that is the pride and joy of the entire Criminal Affairs Department, sir. It's the Blue Badger, sir.
Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly? Security video added to the court record.
Yes, well, anyway. This tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter, someone. In the evidence room at...
Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice. Is that alright with you, Officer Meekins?
Yes, sir. As you wish, sir.
Mystery Man.
His face can't be clearly seen in the video. But he was also able to open up Goodman's locker. There's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it.
Was this about a fingerprint?
Each detective has been given a locker, equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These lockers ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to.
Intriguing, that would mean... the victim at the crime scene would have been Detective Goodman.
Or had access to his fingerprints, at least, somehow.
Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination.
Because tape doesn't exist.
I don't know where this cross-examination will lead. But everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start.
Mystery Man?
We're just kind of pressed for now, right?
If you want to, yeah.
Yeah, because I can't think of any contradictions off the top of my head, so...
Tell me, were you able to get a good look at him? At the face of the man who attacked you with a knife?
If you must label people as having seen or not seen the man's face, I believe I would be classified as the latter?
The latter? You were standing right in front of him, were you not?
More to the point, you are the person who fought him, aren't you?
Yes, sir, but I didn't get a clear look at his face, sir. I'm not the kind of guy who looks directly at people when talking with them, you see. Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good trait for a police officer.
Still, I'm sure it was him. I'd bet my badge on it.
But you don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face.
Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as having seen or not seen it.
Since its face can't be identified in the video, only you can verify it.
Why is everyone looking at me? If I had to label your stares as disturbing, or...
Meekins. Having been shown a questionable video at best, we're not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify.
Sir.
I love the little squawk animation, just...
That was incredible.
You claimed the man who brandished a knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you were positive it was him.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't even think he fucking brandished the knife. I think he was pulling the knife out of the locker and the dude freaked the fuck out.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
About these lockers, is there no other way to open them?
No, sir, I tried. No, sir. I myself tried all kinds of methods in the past. What about 50 cents? They only respond to registered fingerprints, sir.
I wonder what kind of methods he's tried.
Screaming at it.
If the man opened the locker's lock, which only responds to its registered fingerprints, then he must be the person the locker was assigned to.
Exactly my point, sir. And this too.
How do you know that information?
I've heard rumors, sir. From people in the know, sir.
People in the know?
The workers in the department cafeteria, sir. They keep me informed.
Way to sell your informants, dude.
And they also listen to my romantic troubles, sir.
That's nice.
For the record, the open locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. I verified this information through a more reliable source.
So, the victim opened the locker with his own fingerprint.
However, the most important detail is not shown in this video. The man's face!
Sir, if I may say something, sir.
Please do. After all, you are the one being examined.
So true,
Not
Judge.
by a shrink.
I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir.
Basic identification, Meekins.
I mean, it was his hand that opened. I mean, it was... Fuck. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock.
Oh, Meekins.
Man is an absolute dumbass. And it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify to enough to this, sir.
Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie. You did freak the fuck out.
That is. Unless the defense can find a problem with it.
Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again.
Oh shit, Emma, you're still here. Is there a problem with the security video?
Let's find out.
So right now we need to focus on the moment that he opens the locker, or any time really.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think that's enough of the video, because we don't care about the rest of it. We just care about, was Goodman the one to open that locker? Based on what you guys saw.
We didn't exactly see the moment of him unlocking it, just, moving it open.
Yes, but there's two things you guys need to know about the locker. One, how the unlocking mechanism works, and two, what happens when a locker is unlocked. What was the one thing about Goodman's locker that was different than all the rest of the lockers? You can go back to the video if you need to.
I mean, the glove fell out. I noticed that. But...
Okay, but that was after you opened the door.
I know.
What was different about it before he even got there?
Oh.
Was it already open?
Was it already open?
Oh, yeah, the indicator light.
Oh yeah, the indicator light.
There you go, you guys got it.
Yippee. There's a problem, sir.
Regarding the video contained on this tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange.
Strange?
This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman.
What? This video contains such a contradiction?
Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth?
Dinner
I do.
with Phoenix.
I accept.
I propose we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video.
He would want me to point it out. Shit, he wants me to
everyone
do my
else would
job.
Very well. Proposal accepted. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence.
Let's not and say we did.
I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of.
I have to point out a problem in the video?
Can you
This
pause
is the first time I've ever had to do that.
What did you say, Bear?
I don't know what a pause button is.
Oh, yeah.
What's a VCR?
You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video.
Nice.
Come on, you're a millennial. You know how to use how VHS works.
Stairs.
True though.
Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing.
Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video.
Then don't look, idiot. How did this guy ever become a police officer?
Desperation.
Same way everyone else did. About 20 hours of training.
True.
Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where is the contradiction that indicates the man may or may not have been Goodman?
Obviously, it's the blue badger staring directly into our soul.
Yeah, of course, totes.
Man.
The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this! Officer Meekins!
Sir, did you mean me, sir?
I was expecting one of us to make that joke, not the game itself, I'll be honest.
As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. Why the fuck do we have Blue Badger music playing right now? Fuck off. When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprint. If it's a match, the light turns on and the lock is released.
According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir.
If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture.
There you go.
When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker... Let's rewind to a little earlier. Wow, VCR technology is incredible. Unfortunately, I haven't figured out how to do the ×2 rewind speed. Here!
I kind of want to know how the music's still playing forward when it's in reverse.
Don't worry about it.
The Blue Badger is eternal. Here! Notice the light?
What's this? It's already lit!
Oh, Judge.
It is.
It's so lit.
It's so lit indeed, Judge. Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle. It's so good every time I see it. It's just...
Order!
Fucking sound!
Order! Order! What's the meaning of this?
It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime.
But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered. But that door wasn't shut, Edgy, my boy. And the locker is automatically locked.
Oh, I know, it must have been broken. Oh, I know, it must have broken down.
It was left ajar.
Of course, I'm not an expert in any of this.
That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction.
Oh, well, it just goes to show noms just should keep their mouths shut. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation?
Me, Your Honor?
Yes. Why wasn't the locker locked?
Me, Your Honor? Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field.
It doesn't have to be your field for you to know that the door could have been left ajar.
What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator?
Does the 15-year-old know that doors can be ajar? Let's find out.
Huh? Oh, maybe something like jammed the system sensor?
Something... Something jammed the sensor. say?
Like a glove?
There's something else that seems out of place in this video.
There's a duck. Wonderful.
Yeah, I thought so too.
You hear that duck, Emma?
Yeah, what's a duck doing in the courtroom? he's being accused of quackery. There's got to be another clue somewhere in this footage.
Very well. Let's inspect the video once more. Locker wasn't locked. Mr. Wright, please point out the cause for this.
Do 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 do.
Damn it, missed it. Ugh.
That's okay, you got the rewind button. Defying gravity. Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier. Man, this movie sucks. It's in black and white. There's no sound.
Yeah, they cut out the Blue Badger music finally.
What's this? Hello?
Gosh, dig it.
Something white fell out. Something white fell out of the locker.
But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are opened.
Oh, Meekins.
I often fall out and roll great it.
Objection! We can't be sure that item...
Can we have a moment with this? I often fall out and roll great distances whenever I open my car door, sir.
Yep.
Meekins. Meekins, are you okay?
Are you
Well,
okay
obviously
to be
he's-
driving?
Well, obviously he's okay. He's here, isn't he? I mean, obviously they need him in the squad car.
Oh.
I really hope he's in the passenger seat.
He's got the megaphone out the window. It's just like, please stop resisting arrest.
Oh god, he would be the kind to scream "Stop resisting" while swinging a club around, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
He's just so they don't need a siren, it's just Meekins screaming.
Wee-woo!
He's just... Oh.
We can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with.
What do you mean?
The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door?
Inserted?
Let me just loop back on this real quick. How the fuck do you do this VCR shit?
What I want to know is why they keep re-fucking winding it back to the beginning.
I know, right?
Because they're dumb.
This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor.
Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol car, sir.
How? It's tucked in your jacket.
And when it doesn't, he rolls.
Deacons is a fucking mess.
Mm-hmm.
But the object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door.
Well, happens to be in our notes that the glove is extremely thin. Not only that, it would also have to block electrical currents. It would need to
Hey,
be.
rubber is an insulator. Who to thunk?
It would need to be an insulator.
Yes, an insulator. But at the crime scene.
There just might have been something that fits the description.
But sir, by insulator you don't mean.
That's right. I'm making fun of your face, Meekins. I think I finally got this figured out.
Very well. Will the defense please present the relevant evidence? What was this insulator that was stuck in the locker door?
Meekins' tie. I found this near the locker. A thin rubber glove.
What? We can't but we can't be sure that that's what's in the victim's locker.
There's literally
Bitch,
video
read the
evidence. But also,
Read the
literally,
fucking...
you can see it in the video.
I was
see
gonna
the
say, did you
video,
not
Ed?
literally see the video?
Read the fucking tag. As a
the
tag,
description.
it has a tag that says SL9 incident. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. But that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins?
Sir, it would appear so, sir.
Order. So, are we to believe then that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman?
Do not be misled, Your Honor.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility, and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this.
What?
Officer Meekins, please testify about this.
Sir? Me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir.
Is this a joke?
You wish.
Very well, begin your testimony.
Mystery Man 2.
There's one more thing that proves that... There's one more thing that proves that the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card.
An ID card record, I see.
I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. The ID used at 514 is that of the victim.
Just before the crime, eh? Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. Because those can't be stolen. We all know this. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why were there so few people using this room?
This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases.
Special cases?
Extremely violent cases involving police staff.
Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end.
Me too. Although, it doesn't make much of a difference.
There were only a few cases up for transferal there, and most were cleared up by noon.
Right, I see. Now, let us move on to the cross-examination.
Press everything, I guess?
I mean, that's what's been moving us forward so far.
Yeah. But I also can't think of any, like, evidence we could present right now anyway, too, so...
So, unlike your earlier testimony, you believe this to be rock solid, do you?
Yes, sir. Solid as stone, sir. If my hand wasn't wrapped in bandages, I'd even give you the V for victory sign, sir.
Could use your other hand for that.
Is that stone made out of calcium?
Couldn't he just use his right hand for that?
Let's hear him out. Let's hear him out fully. As we've seen, one never knows what he may. Fuck. As we've seen, one never knows what he might say until the very last second.
Is that card hanging from your neck one of these ID cards?
Yes, sir. This card right next to my cuff, sir. I keep it here so I won't ever forget it.
But what if someone were to steal it from you? Keep it out in the open like that.
Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck.
Just tuck it underneath your uniform, dude.
Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck when I get out of my car? Well, the remaining times, it's my ID card that gets stuck. Instead of the other door closing, my ID closes. Or something like that.
My ID
Said
chokes
my ID
me.
card chokes me.
My ID chokes me.
Maybe I should just leave this one alone.
At any rate, each police officer has only one ID card. Both the police department and the prosecutor's office can attest to this.
Please proceed with your testimony.
Let it be noted that this is the record the witness refers to.
Let me see. Yes, that would be it, Detective Goodman.
What's the matter?
According to this, Mr. Edgeworth, your name is on here.
So it is, Your Honor. Not that prosecutor again. Hey, maybe he's behind all this. He could prosecute her. He could hide the evidence. Mommy, it's not...
Mommy, is that man in blue a murderer?
Shh, don't stare at him.
You got the wrong color, kid!
It would seem the inquiry committee will want to speak with you again today.
I have nothing to be ashamed of regarding my actions or their consequences. For now, let us continue with the cross-examination.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. It must be so difficult for him.
I mean, he has 2 boyfriends. Can't be that difficult.
Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show his ID card, he he pulled a knife on you.
Yes, sir. He didn't show me any ID cards, sir.
Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife.
Maybe he just panicked. Kinda like you.
Everything stems from contradictions. Let's point them out.
Mr. Wright, what do you think?
Oh, that's easy. I don't. I'm confused.
What?
The problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. It's not like Edgeworth to miss something like this.
You're thinking too hard about it. Come on, let's show him what we've got.
Alright, so this might be a good time to run through Goodman's actions the day of. So, he was transferring stuff from his locker into, like, long storage.
Yeah.
But we do have a couple articles from his desk that might give us a clue on what he was doing that day. So the first one we have is the note, obviously.
Yeah.
That's just telling us the case number. Not a real big deal there. Goes to the second page. See the piece of paper by the screwdriver?
Yeah.
So he has a half-written document. Can we review what that document does? Or is saying? So he was filling a lost item report. And the day is that of the day of the murder.
Yep.
So he lost something on the day of the murder, and he's writing a report about it.
He didn't finish writing it because he didn't remember his number.
No, he messed up his
Right.
number because he didn't have his ID.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that still goes into what I said. He didn't fully remember it, so that's why he couldn't finish writing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
So he lost his ID card the day of the murder.
yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yep.
Yeah, that one took me a while to figure out too. I was just like, why was he filling a lost item report? And then I saw like the ID, one of the ID numbers was scratched out. I was like, oh. Wait, one moment, Officer Meekins.
I'm not good at waiting, sir.
I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene.
That makes sense.
When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card.
A lost item report? It's only half completed.
But it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report.
Let me guess. You believe this something to be his ID card, right?
I can't say for sure, but there is a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card.
Order, order. So, now, what does this all mean?
It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card.
Order, order, order. Does the prosecution have a response?
I have only... What?
Dinner?
Maybe later. I have only one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright.
Bravo!
Allow me to surmise the defense's argument. At 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright?
Yes. What's he up to?
That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder. Yeah, the instant. That's supposed to be instance of the murder.
The instance ramen of the murder. That is... Well, I guess that's right.
No, you're right.
Not until we get married, bitch.
Woo.
There's something wrong, Mr. Wright. Only moments ago, you seemed content to be pointing your finger around.
This isn't going to end well.
Well, well. It seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to do such lengths to prove.
Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth.
The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means a murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime. So, the real crime could only take place at one location, the underground parking lot, at the prosecutor's office, the murderer being Miss Lana Skye, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness. Observe the moment the defendant used the murder weapon.
Ah! I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning.
The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman.
Just so, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something, or else Lana...
What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess?
Object or wait and see what happens.
Yeah. I don't know.
Object, maybe?
That is like the common pattern of things, but
Yeah.
I mean, you either sit there and accept what's coming, or you object and fight tooth and nail to the very last bit of the day.
Yeah, that's fair.
Got out the cowboy.
One moment, Your Honor.
What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven.
Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap.
What are you talking about?
This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder.
So is there like another door in here or some shit?
Nope, only one door in / out. However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor.
if this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any further witnesses for this incident.
This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand.
Mr. Wright, do you mean...
Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness.
Oh, who do you have in mind?
Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room.
And the prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply.
Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would have testify. What is his or her name?
This guy.
He's not from Texas.
He's from Los Angeles.
Yeah, he's from West LA. We've been over this.
He's feeding his delusion, it's okay.
Okay. Officer Jake Marshall.
Why him?
I can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet. He is in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say.
And the prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare.
Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time?
We will, Your Honor.
The court is now in recess.
We recess.
I'm gonna go on the swings!
I think this would be a good place to end for the night, but I think we have to click
Yes.
after this little title card in order to save.
Probably. Because welcome to day, was it day 3 trial former? Or ladder now?
Something like that.
I swear, this is the only case in this entire series that has a trial former and trial ladder.
Mm.
Which is insane. Oh. February 24th, 11:32 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2.
There we go.
The music.
Yes, the music.
It's back. But yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm reading through it. I lied. The next day of investigation is the longest.
What? Stop lying. Just stop
No.
making promises, I think, is what you should do for this case. Because
So,
you've been doing this.
Looking at this, we have trial ladder, which shouldn't take too long. We have in day 3 investigation, which we might have to split up into like 2 streams just by itself.
Mhm.
And then we have the final day of trial, which, oh boy, don't get me started on the final day of trial.
Well, I guess depending on how long the next half of this trial day goes, we could start the investigation, and that could definitely make it easier.
trial day 3 trial ladder is really short, honestly.
But... Okay. Then we could probably get decently through the investigation, and then the time after that be nothing but investigation, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We'll at least get like a quarter of the way through day 3 investigation, maybe even a third.
Mm-hmm.
Then we can do the other 2/3 the following stream, and then we'll be ready for trial, final day of trial.
Yep.
Which, depending on when we start it, might take also 2 streams.
Oh boy. Well, that's a later problem.
That is a later problem indeed.
Man, things sure keep happening in this case, though, huh?
I know, right?
Oh my god.
Isn't it great we're still talking about, like, this thing that we could have easily proven in, like, 3 seconds if we just, did the actual discovery process?
Yeah.
But what's discovery even? What is an actual fucking investigation? I don't know what those things are. Fucking liar.
Well, to be fair, we did learn something very important, is that the investigation from the police side is being handled solely by Gant at this point.
True.
Edgeworth has no say in what he's showing. He's just got like, okay, I have this shit. What do I do with it?
Yeah.
But also, I think that might be the last time we see Meekins.
Kinda sad, but livable.
Well, I think he comes back in like future games, but I think it's the last we see of him for this case.
Mm.
Okay.
I'm okay with that. He
Yeah,
screams a lot.
Props to you, Bear, for doing the Meekins voice for so long.
Yeah.
There was a lot of Meekins today.
There was a lot more Meekins than I was expecting, actually.
That's right. It's me, your boy Meekins.
On the bright side, next time it's going to be a lot of Jake and Judge, and I feel like it's a lot easier on Bear
Yeah.
than Meekins and Judge.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining, as always. I do appreciate it. Next week will be interesting, seeing how the next half of this trial day resumes and whatnot, and seeing what Lana has to say after her ellipsis. But yeah, we'll catch you all next time. If you guys have any final words, say them now before the raid gets sent over.
Take care of yourself. Have a good night.
Yeah, okay, well, bye-bye, everyone, then.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.